The Hebrew text in the Bible has hidden formats. By revealing these formats, I will prove the first writer's words were hidden from you. These formats look like poetry as I group them into small paragraphs. Their grouping will become known as a psalm, and together they become psalms. Let me show you our Creator's 12 commandments, listed in Exodus chapter 20, verses 1 through 17. Any father of a family or his wife who did not obey any one of these 12 commandments, our Creator demanded they bring him a sin offering. Thus, our Creator defined the word sin as not obeying any one of these 12 commandments. Next, I want to show you how I changed one word in Exodus 26, verse 26, the word bars to arches, and the words now reveal the style of the roof for our Creator's tent for meeting with Him. Let me show you the translator's words from the preface of the 1611 King James Bible. They gave 4 reasons for themselves or others to edit the Bible's words. The red arrow at the top points to their 3rd reason to edit the text. By the light and feeling we attained unto ourselves. The next red arrow down points to them giving the title, the Divine, to a clerk named Gregory. The next block of words, they point out they were happy that the first emperor of Rome established the year to the course of the sun. Behind this text means Nebuchadnezzar ordered his kingdom to follow our Creator's calendar when he stopped eating grass. Did you notice the letter S in sun is capitalized? This is to give respect to the Egyptian sun god Ra. Have you seen the Egyptian obelisk in the Vatican's front yard? The last arrow points to your reward for studying the Bible. Your reward is to have a fellowship with the saints and participation of a heavenly nature that will never fade away. There is no such thing as nature to a truthful Christian. Our Creator created everything. By their own words, they were not seeking to know our Creator or Jesus. Not everyone has the knowledge to correct every word. I have an old Bible program that has the New American Standard Bible 1977 concordance to help find a better word. Their concordance has the number of times they use that English word in a parenthesis for that Hebrew word. The translators removed his name, YHVH, to put in 2 titles, Lord and God. I replaced those titles using the letters Y and V as his name, for the Hebrew language does not have a J, O, or W. By using these 2 letters, I am closer to the truth than anyone using J, O, or W for his name. So why is there a single letter O in the Hebrew text 1,095 times? No proper English was used? The blue highlighted text is text that I am removing. The red highlighted words are little words that I'm adding. Gray italic words are words that I added. To respect and honor our Creator, all capital letters in purple are our Creator's words. This is Jesus' prophecy, for I am revealing the first writer's words to tell you the true truths about Jesus. As the text is revealed, you can taste the writer's style of wording. Their words will take your belief to trusting our Creator. You will be watching prophecy before your eyes as I edit true truths back into their psalms. Okay, now I'm going to start in chapter 4 of Daniel, but I just wanted to show you what the format is I have found so far, and it seems to be all 3 verse. And what you're seeing here is 3 small verses that make a small paragraph, and then it repeats as part of this other paragraph. So these 2 paragraphs can actually make a larger paragraph. And so what happens is I put a double space here, and it keeps repeating. This format is like the first verse is a statement where you can put a period on it, and these 2 join together pretty much to describe what the first statement is saying. Now, what I've done here is put them into 2 columns so I can show you real quickly of the text that I've been revealed so far. Now, I've still got a few questions where the highlighted words are at, But what I do when our Creator is speaking, I honor and respect him by putting his words in all capital letters and in this color, purple. And then there was a problem that I had, that when this text was revealed here, it actually goes up here to read in order. So I have corrected that text. That's the only paragraph that I know that needed to be removed. Right now, I think I've got 3 sentences, single sentences, that I found, like the statement at the bottom, that when I moved them, they read better. But you can see there's quite a lot of work that's been done, and I know there's quite a few paragraphs to go. Now, if you notice, I've got 3 lines here. Well, that's because the text is missing, is what this is saying, to complete the format. So now the problem I get to tell you about is that I already started it, and then my software program locked up. I don't know where it locked up at, so I'm starting over. What I did was I already went down and broke all the verses I could to get them started. And then, like you can see, what I'm going to do is written above my head here. And what I do is I now try to find these a statement and then to that group together. And the text will make itself show up as these when I get rid of words that don't actually belong, or I don't need them to say what's to be said. Sometimes they're repeating words, sometimes they're a doubling of the text, and some are just untruthful words. But you're going to hear me and understand why I'm getting rid of the text. And when I get done with the Daniel, I'll mesh it with the other books that I've already done. And that's so far just the smaller prophets. And we're going to have the story of them in Babylon, and then how they come back and build his house and establish Jerusalem again before Jesus appears. So that text, I know, is not perfect in the Bible, because like I said, I've found a lot of text that's just not truthful. Now, I've been doing this for over 30 years, but this is going to be my final time at finding the first writer's formats, like you're seeing. And then there is another hidden format, and that's our Creator's. That format actually has to have rules. You have to follow the rules. But when you follow the rules, it makes it very repeatable, which is a first in literature. Usually it's called empirical evidence in mathematics. If you follow the same rules, you end up with the same answer. So what I've had to do here is I've had to put it in first person, as if Nebuchadnezzar had wrote this. For the story, when I was breaking it down, he is talking to the people. So, or this would have been what he sent out to declare, and they took it and then they made it in their Hebrew format. So it's I, Nebuchadnezzar, your king, declare, I think I need an S on there, declares to you, to every race in my kingdom. And peoples usually does mean a race, okay, or races. Here it's just need to be race. What I'm doing is you're removing the blue highlighted words from the text. The red is what I'm adding, and you can see that I'm putting them in italics, so when it's cleaned up, you can see the words that I've added. And then if I'm changing a word from the word that's here, and this word is within the shadow of that word, I'm just saying I'm replacing it. If not, I make it all the same color and make it gray and italic. So What you see here is these fuchsia colored words. These are words that were added in 1977. As you've seen, the NSIB 1977. As you've seen in the intro, I have concordance software program that's very unique that really proves how corrupt the text is. But what I'm trying to do here is have a history recording of what I'm changing, because when the text is done and years later people want to know, why did he use this word, why did he didn't use those words here that he's getting rid of. Well, that's what these videos are about. Now let's see, I added that, I took that word out, and then all to throughout the earth, like to everyone that lives throughout the earth. It seemed good to me. And this is where I'm kind of like wondering why are they using the word seemed. And I was going to show this, and then that's when I realized that over a half hour has to be trashed. But here, whoops, I need that mouse on my other arm of my chair. So this way, seemed. Now what you're seeing is two Hebrew words together. So they don't have it that way. Oh, seemed good. They got an error here. Usually what they do is they put the word seemed good together, and they'll tell you how many times it used. So there's an error here in their text, but that does happen quite often. So seemed good. But I was looking for better words here that I could have used, but I don't see that happening here in the text. So I will use, it seemed good to me. It seemed good to me. To declare the signs, they weren't wonders. I already went through the story. So the story is Nebuchadnezzar's going to end up eating grass after he has this vision. So that isn't what I wanted. I want a period here. To declare the signs which declare the meaning, declare the vision. This is actually going to be vision, because down here he's going to say, I was at ease in my house, and all of a sudden this dream came upon me, and he's going to go through it for many words here. So that's what's going to happen here. So it's a vision, and since visions come from our Creator, a vision is much different than a dream. A vision, you remember every little bit of detail, okay? And usually it's revealed to one in the abyss. And the abyss is another dimension of space and time that our Creator has made think of the universe, the size of the universe, and then remove everything that's in the universe, and there's just beings floating around out there. And that's, if you want to visit the abyss, it's in my description below, first video. So it's safe enough for 13-year-olds, and now atheists can't say that they're going to live forever. That's the proof they actually get to talk to the dead. So, and then come back to earth and tell people, and they know they have a soul, and their soul will not die. It will live after their body dies on earth. Now, he out there in this emptiness, he takes you off to a place, and then he reveals the vision to you. And it seemed good to me to declare the vision from, not form, from, because that's our creator and I'm adding it, getting rid of this, from, and I'm going to make it the, instead of the most high God. And then I can say that that'll be that. Now this is the Hebrew or Aramaic word for the title God. So when you see that, or you learn that our Creator's name has been removed from the Hebrew text 8,635 times and put in two titles, God and Lord, yet the text reflects many Hebrew words are already there and Aramaic words that have the titles God and Lord. So that's part of the corruption of the text. So Most High God did done for me. He didn't done for him. He did to me. Because when you read the or hear the vision, some of you already know it, but it's the vision he's going to reveal. It was done to him. So I guess I get rid of this word here in the 8 point. Most High God did to me. Now I don't think this text is needed, because if he's going to do it, he's going to start here, did to me, and then this is the text. So right now I'm just going to highlight this text. So I've got to go back and look at it, because you've seen how beautiful the formats were. So if this is going to be two and they group together to make a larger paragraph, and this one end up being a paragraph, but it depends on how these go together below it. If I need to, I'll come back and I'll find the format in here that can, or hopefully it will fit as a second part to this. Because when I'm reading it, it doesn't seem like it's perfect fit. I, Nebuchadnezzar. Is that text large enough for you to see? I, Nebuchadnezzar, was at ease. Now, the thing here is down below, it's going to be on his roof. So I'm going to change this to on the no on my roof. And he wasn't flourishing. As I ease on my roof, I saw a dream. And then it doesn't make sense, because as he laid on his bed, he had a dream. So I was at ease on my roof, laying on my couch. I can see that. See, they've got it there, but this is not, this is just wrong. So I can't use that. It would have been had a dream. I had, oops, I saw a vision. No, if he's on, it's not visions. Then I laid on my bed, and the vision that was in my mind kept alarming me. Okay, I'm thinking I've got that straightened out. So then I laid on my bed. So I got to now get him to his bed. Since I'm going to use that word, I'm going to make it mine. This I'm not going to use. As I laid on my bed, the vision was, okay, if I copy that and put it before that, was in my mind. I lay in my bed, the vision was on my mind. The vision was on my mind, comma, and it kept alarming me. Kept alarming. Let's see what they've got, because I would say kept, I'm trying to think. It's got to be better than alarming, though. It's not quite alarming. It's kind of made me thinking, like, what did I see? What was it about? Uh, Kept me, okay. Now you know why I'm going to go look over here. Alarming me. Now here again, they're using two words together, and then down here it's used kept alarming as once. Okay, because it's used as alarm, I will just use it as alarming, or alarming me. So the thing here is now I've got to go above here. I, Nebuchadnezzar, was at ease on my roof. And This has to be he saw a vision. So he was, and this has happened to me. So I'm going to describe what happens. You get to a state that I guess the best way to describe it is those who drive a lot will get this tiredness where your eyes want to close and you feel like you're wide awake, but your eyes want to just, well, that's what happened. And then your body just drops and you're there having this vision. Okay. And it made me fearful and these fantasies. Okay. Don't need this. I saw a vision. Then, as I laid, I guess I'm going to just say I added it completely. Okay. Then, as I laid on my bed, the vision was on my mind and it kept alarming me. Now, this is going to connect with it. This connected with this. These two. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of this as I don't need it. Okay, because it's too well connected. So I gave a command. A king does commands. Orders can be done by someone else, and I try to use the words a king would use or make it as a king would do. So, commanded. So I'm trying to stay in that. So these words mean exactly what, who they're from. So that way, when somebody searches the word command in small letters, you'll get words coming from kings. So I gave a command to bring into my presence all my, he most likely had his own group, just like advisors. And I'm going to hyphenate this, wise men. And we know he's already in Babylon, so we don't need the word Babylon here. So that they might make known, that they might make known to me I'm going to say two, not that they might. He'd be ticked off if he didn't. Okay, so to make known to me this being vision, not a dream. Now, there's a verse here missing. So what I've got to do is I'm going to say it's here because these words really do this. One is just not a statement. So that's how I'm deciding that it's this here to make known to me. So I called the wise men about my vision. About my vision. For them to make it known to me. Oops. To make it known to me by interpreting vision. Okay. Now, magicians don't actually, they're chemists that do trickery of sleight of hand. So they wouldn't be something. But a conjurer is one who is supposed to talk to the dead. And diviners are those that meditate to tell you about gods. Here, there has to be somebody else here. And I know that in the text here that I've done already, I remember, because the order of them was done correctly here in this text. So where is it? Might be up farther here. Has to be up farther. It wasn't in that group. I didn't see it. Summon diviners, conjurers, and sorcerers. That's what it was. So now let me get back to this other text. And I'm just going to add the text right here. And let's see. To have it in the correct order, copy this, place it here. Say I got rid of it here, but I'm adding it here. And then I'm going to say I'm going to get rid of it here. Conjures in the right place. And then saucers I'm going to put here. And okay, now I've got the correct order of who's supposed to be the smartest. Okay. Then the diviners, conjurers, and sorcerers came in. Bring in all the wise about my vision. Them to make it. It's almost like it's being repeated here. Dream division. And I told the vision to them. Can be said that way. Then I told them the vision. I could move it either way, but I think that's good enough right here. Now, but they could not make. Again, this is almost again like this, and there's a verse missing. So I'm just going to, instead of trying to think of what's here, I'm just going to go like that and then continue. But I don't need the word but. Finally, Daniel came in before me, and we don't need this. He just called him Daniel. He wouldn't restate his name is different if he said it here. Came in before me. If I get rid of this, then I'm getting rid of this. In whom receives. The word spirit has got to be words. And actually, when you do the correct searches on the word spirit, Jesus defines what is Holy Spirit by saying it's his words that he's going to give to a person, or that person is going to speak a prophecy, which, example, Zacharias was filled with the Holy Spirit and talked about John's future, which he would not have known. So it's his words. That's what Holy Spirit means. So a lot of times the word spirit does mean his words. Whom receives. I gotta receives. And whom receives. Words from. I'm going to put his name Wiving. Words from Wiving. That's almost like a 4-verse. So Daniel came in. Doesn't need to be before him. We know what the story is going to happen. Daniel came in, and whom receives words from YV. I could have put his God, but I don't want to. So, and I told him my vision. So this is added, this is added, this is changed, this. I told him my, where is it? Get this. It's already done. Vision. I'm going to put a period. This is, I told him my vision. I want to say because no, I told him my vision for him to tell me my vision along with its interpretation. This here that I'm taking down right here, he's already said, he told him here. This needs to come up here that's going to connect with this. I don't need this. And told him my visions for him to tell me to explain. Whoops, that is, I wanted to get rid of that. The vision along with its interpretation. Okay. And this has to be from our creator. Okay, now that's digging it out. That's what I call digging it out, but it matches. And now watch the story. It's going to continue. He's going to tell him what his vision is now. And this, we already got. No, he was not. He was on his roof when he had his vision. Now, my vision. Now my vision. And now he's going to say his vision. I was looking and beheld as I was looking, I beheld as I was looking, as I was looking, appeared. Oops, this is going to be the comma. Appeared a tree on the land. Appeared a tree on the earth, on the land. Okay. On the earth. Its height was great, but the tree, I get rid of this the and say I added it here, but the tree grew larger and what? Larger and I would say fuller. Uh, I think that's I think that's going to be the word, and it's within this. I'm trying to imagine the tree growing, okay, and it would become fuller because down here we're going to have how much food that's going to be on the tree for the beast. The food was abundant, so it had to be this has to be not stronger but fuller. And it reached the clouds. It reached the clouds to be visible to has to be everyone. Has to be to everyone. Everybody's got to be seeing it. If it's reaching to that, that's just what I'm seeing. Because to the end of the whole earth, the earth is round. So to be visible to everyone. Whole and everyone seems to be the same. So earth, it can't be the earth. It's got to be kingdom. Let's correct the little ones that I can do here first. To everyone living in my kingdom. See that? Living in my kingdom. Its foliage, I'm going to use the word was beautiful, and its fruit abundant. And it was food for everyone. And its food was for everyone. And the beast in the field should be S. Yeah, because they wouldn't all been together. The the beast in the field found shade under it. Oh, I'm not getting this. That's almost like this is separate. So let me separate it. And the birds in heaven birds from heaven or birds in heaven. And the birds in heaven dwelt is to live. Dwelt is past tense, I think, or has a meaning to that. Oh, nested. Nested in its branches. But that seems to be again 2 verse. Now that just became the first 4 verse in this format. But that's how they appear. I just never know when they're going to. Food was for everyone, and all the creatures fed themselves from it. So this text is not going to actually go into the text. I just got to leave myself a reminder. Well, let me do it in a brighter color here. So that might not be part of the vision, definitely, because that's a 4 verse. This is missing 2 verses here. Now he sees that food was for everyone. As I kept looking, this is not true. This has to be as. As I kept looking, behold, an angel behold, an angel descended from heaven. Now, this word here, you don't know the location of heaven, obviously, but you can watch that video in the below. It's under, I got that listed there. The only Bible that I know of that everyone buys is the New American Standard Bible. The King James is very large, and then it's the New American Standard Bible. And the thing here is in Psalm 48, verse 2, only in the New American Standard Bible, and another Bible might have copied that same exact text, says there was what's known as Mount Zion in the far north. Now, the star's motion makes this mountain in the second heaven, which is the stars. And above the North Star is where our Creator lives in heaven. Now, Greek mythology calls this mountain Olympus. But it seems like at the time of Nebuchadnezzar, their people too knew that the star's motion created this mountain, and from in heaven as above there, descended from heaven. So that's what he was seeing, okay? Just to let you know, so you know what when he was looking, all of a sudden he's seen this land, he's seen a tree, and all of a sudden this tree kept growing up, and then there was the clouds, and probably the clouds were there, and that's how the tree grew. And then all of a sudden he was looking over here from the north, opened up, and heaven, he's seen this angel descending. Now he's probably going to be hovering in the air by the tree for him. Okay. And he shouted, and I don't need to say as it follows. So he shouted, okay, I'm going to have to use the word then. Then, and I'm going to say I'm adding it because I'm pretty sure that this word is one. He shouted out is like this. He shouted out, chop down. Then he shouted, chop down the tree. Then he shouted, fall the tree. That's the same thing as chop down, is to fall. Fall the tree. Then he shouted, fall the tree and cut off its branches. Strip off its foliage. This is not part of the story if this is a 4 verse, so that's not part of the story here. Strip off its foliage and scatter its fruit. And the people around it. Because everyone here was fruit for everyone, for everyone. So I'm going to use that as what's next. Scatter its fruit. And I will use scatter the people. I'm thinking that's about as good as I can get right now. And this is going to be removed. Leave the stump with its roots in the ground. With a band of iron. And we don't need this. The band describes that that's what's going to be around it. So Now it says, I'm looking and I'm seeing this text here. Now this text here that says, let him be drowned, or let him be drenched. And I'm seeing that has to go with this verse here. So let its owner no, that's within the shadow of the word, but I gotta say I added that. And let its owner be drenched. So in the grass of the field, let its owner be drenched with the dew of heaven, the dew from, in this heaven is the third heaven where the birds fly. Well, the dew from heaven. That's why I'll keep it as a, but there's going to be an angel saying this. So all this text is going to end up being green. But because our Creator said it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this, this, and then because the angel is saying it'll be like this, to note that first our Creator's saying this, but it's who's saying this is very important. So green. Now let its owner be drenched with the dew. Okay, this is cool. That's cool. It came out pretty good. Okay. Let him share with the beast. The grass on. Now, Hebrews had a word for earth, or what this means. And that's land. Okay. And that is because the word land means the surface that we see. Okay. And underneath there is what's known as the ground. The earth is the water, the seas, and the ground, okay? Or the land, sea, yeah, everything visible, I guess, is the earth, including the water as well, mountains. Now, see, this is a statement right here. Like, if I try to put this here, it's more or less that I'm going to need to say, no, this needs to be said, move up 2 verses. So I'm going to take this, and I'm not going to need 16. And I'm going to make it 8 point. And now when I put it here, how does it read? Moved up here. Let his mind be changed for him to share with the beast. him to share with the beast the grass on the land. See, that's so much better. I think that's verse number 4 that I've had to move. Now, as I've moved this to make sure that this is a statement, and then this here becomes the words to make that statement. Now, to continue, now he's supposed to have a mind that changes his mind like a beast in the grass with the beast in the grass of the land. And let his beast's mind be given to him for 7, but I think it's 3. 7 years is too long. You got to understand, I've done this for 30 years, and I'll tell you that if you do the time study that's now available to us by knowing and understanding the years, matching them with the kings of Israel under the timelines, this is the true timeline of Daniel. And so the king's dream here that he has of being an animal, I got 3.5 years. Okay, because it's Daniel who's going to return, and if he's now 40 at this time when he comes back to be established by this king that's being sent in him, and that's going to happen in Daniel. This timeline up here has to be, oh, I got it right here. He's eating grass for 3 years. Okay, that's where it's at. So, but the stories and how far apart they are to have Daniel at 40, this is what has to happen, because all these years don't equal 40, means he was young because he was taken into service to learn their language and their ways. So understanding that is going to be left at 3 periods, 3 years of time. And that would be a period here. So I don't need this text to make the format work here and here. And what I'll do is I'll actually leave 7 here. And what'll happen is I'll show how I'm moving the time numbers around. Okay. And this has to be years. Let his beast mind be given to him for 3 years of time. This is his decree. This is the angel speaking, but his decree. In order that the living knows he is the Most High. Well, but he is the Most High. The word Most High, if I show you the, oops, not there. Well, yeah, I can. Here. Oh, I don't know. I've got to find it. I was talking to someone in the chat for a while, so I was pointing out things from time to time here. So this is chapter 4. Then I'm on verse 17, so we get that far anyway. 17, so let me bring this up here. Now, Most High is 2 words, okay? Right here and right here. And they use it as Most High 10 times, okay? And myself, I'm going to take a screenshot of that. Now, Most High could be God of gods. See, it's saying the name of God, highest name of God. Now let me go back here and show you the titles. Here. Okay. They have this title or this Hebrew word, and it's highest high. But again, it says high, a name of God, and it's a title for God. It's not name. But the object here is I'm going to say God, gods. That was how it would be presented to them at their time, because this is Nebuchadnezzar's story, God of gods. And I don't think it should be here. I don't think I should have made them all caps. Okay. Whoops, I do have all caps on. No. God of gods. Period. And now I've got to say that I'm adding this word. He is the God of gods. In order that the living know that he is. It has to be these gods. And that's the important word now is. he is. Okay, I'm going to put those two words in. Okay, now that means this is this next group here. This is a paragraph. In order that the living knows he is the God of gods. Yes, that's the truth there. You got to remember, when Nebuchadnezzar did wake up from eating grass, he made the calendar that they went by was the Hebrew calendar. As you see, he's witnessed many things. He's letting himself be known to the king of Babylon like he did with the king of Egypt. Okay, so if there's two places our Creator made himself known outside his nation, is to the king of Egypt and King Nebuchadnezzar. So this is by his decree. And his decision is a command. And his decision is a command. Okay, I got to figure out. The holy ones are usually righteous ones. Righteous ones, which means the most obedient one. And 4 is. And now I'm seeing that it's Israelis. Okay. And for his yeah, it has to be righteous ones. Meaning for them in captivity to hear. So he's making an announcement to all of them. Now, this would mean that now all the captives in Babylon would have been hearing about this. So then they would have found out the other stories that our Creator is making himself known. So he's preparing them with the knowledge that they know that they were told that they're going to return. So a lot of this is him building up, just like the plagues. They didn't know that at the time, but it's kind of like he's building up this, that, actually he's proving the plagues to the leaders of the 12 tribes, and they would have been spreading it to them for them to know that our Creator is doing this, whether they believed him or not. But the object is he's doing the same thing in Babylon, and it's for his righteous ones and for his righteous ones, in order that the living knows he is the God of gods. and that's what they would be known in their other land. Okay. And as and as I got to use the word "the" again. The ruler, the ruler over all, and bestows and bestows. I don't know if I want the word bestows. Bestows kingship is, and I bet you there's no such word as kingship. Let's see. Oh, there is. Okay. Bestows kingship. And that would be the filling of the word it. So let me put it back down here. And I'm replacing it with kingship. On whom he wishes or whom he wants. He does not wish. Our Creator does not wish. There's no such thing as luck, by the way. So once you understand our Creator, now I don't think this is going to be needed. Because if he's bestowing kingship on whom he wants over the lowest. And then that way, lowliest, is that how it's over the lowliest? Yeah, I guess that would be meaning men or everybody else. And be now that's, I feel better than the way I had it. Now, this is my, well, wait a second. Because if this is already done, this is, well, those are all going to be said by the angel. Okay. This is my vision. This is my vision. I, Nebuchadnezzar, saw. And if he's seen it, it's actually coming from our Creator. So I have to say he saw this. Saw. Now, Daniel, oh, but this is not connecting correctly. Now, Daniel, told me its interpretation. If he's talking, then it's got to be then Daniel. Then Daniel was to, because I got to have him being appalled here first. So he has to be was to before he said it. Was to tell me its interpretation. Interpretation as none of my wise men for none of my wise men did. Now, this doesn't need to be here. It would have to be but Daniel was appalled and it had to be was stunned. Stunned is that? stunned. As his thoughts alarmed him, revealing my vision as my vision was revealed to him. Okay, that now completes that verse. So, the king responded, not the king. He's the one telling the story. I responded by saying, do not let vision oops, I don't know whether I should put his vision or do not let his vision. Yeah, I'm going to put his here because he can't create his own vision, is the way I'm seeing it. Do not let his vision or interpretation alarm you. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's how it was been said. And he said, I'm going to put down king. Oops, not a capital letter king. Even though he's a good king, he's not from Israel, so don't know that I capitalize good kings, but with a capital K. And he said, my king, his vision applies Applied, no, applies. Needs an S. Applies. Not to those who hate you. It's about him going to eat grass. So this is wrong. This is wrong. I can't figure out anything here. So I've got to actually figure out a verse here. Applies to going to apply to his future. A king's future. Okay. Pretty sure that's what because I know the story here. And in fact, here it comes. Okay. The tree you saw, period, and it that became, it grew larger to reach the clouds. And its foliage, was beautiful. I guess I'll make that mine. And its fruit abundant. As food for everyone. Then this is trying to put those birds again in here. Beast doesn't mean that. King. The tree is you. I'm just replacing the word it here. So the tree is you, my king. For you became I'm not sure here that because it's got to match, two of them's got to match like what's up here. The tree is you, my king, for you became great. Uh, you became great and are growing stronger. And your majesty will be great. This has got to be our creator part of this. Be great. Like oops, like reaching the clouds. But your kingdom will end. For my king saw an angel from YV. YV. Sending from his heaven. Heaven. And said, up, down, up, it, down, to destroy the tree. I'm going to take the tree from here and put it here. And destroy the tree, yet leave its stump. With its roots in the ground. Let me move this down below that line so I can see what's going on here. Now, with its root in the ground, period, and with a band of iron and I'm going to put a grassy field. And let you be drenched with the dew of heaven, and share it. Now, if I get back here and put this way, see, this here is telling me that that's connected again to here. Looks like I got to move another verse up. and it's going to be this one. So how am I going to do this? And let you share it with the beast. And be drenched, and let you be drenched with dew of the heaven. Okay. Until 7, which I've determined as 3 years of time pass over you. Long way to go yet. Long way to go. So I'm going to call this it for the day, because it's starting to get really long here. It's an hour 3, and if I chop out what I've done here. Sorry, I just seen your post. Yes. Actually, I'm finding are you still there? Let me know. I'm really sorry I missed you. But I'm finding the first writer's formats. So what I got to do is get back to where I was at here. Now this, I'm going to stop here, and I'm going to make it part 3. So